Yo, what is popping off, everybody? It is your boy, the Lemon, back at it again with another video. Today I just wanted to talk about, nothing much. I'm hanging out in the living room today. Was gonna talk about some projects that I'm working on. I got a few projects in the works on what I want to do. Thank you guys, all those who subscribed recently. I appreciate that. Looking forward to entertaining you and shit. I mean, that's a big deal for me, honestly. I mean, even though it was like 3 or 4 subs. I mean, 3 or 4 subs, dude. I mean, I haven't had a sub in like months, dude. Like a long time. So I definitely appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for liking the content that I make, for willing to subscribe. I do appreciate that a lot. Hey, I just wanted to talk about a little bit more of like my podcast situation and what I want to do. I do want to have it something like this, like kind of on the couch. I definitely wish I could just use my phone. I feel like my phone would be like 100 times better, just because for probably a wireless aspect to it. I'm getting a Mac here soon. It's my birthday month, guys. It's my birthday month. Ooh, wish me a happy birthday. I'm planning on buying a Mac so I can just plug my iPhone in and not have to download a bunch of extra shit, and it could just be on my system, which I'd be happy to do, just because the quality versus this and my phone is just night and day. And I got like 3 different temperature of lights in here. I got like maybe like a sunlight color right here. I got like kind of like a white color, but it's not. Then I got a bright light right here, and then I got obviously this orange light all the way over here. So we're mixing lights here. See, I mean, I guess I could always change this to something else, but see, like this blue light, I don't like that. That makes me feel sick. This gives me a little bit more color. I can deal with that. But yeah, podcast situation. I definitely want to get my iPhone rolling. Quality reasons. But a simple setup like this is what I was kind of planning on doing. Didn't really want to overcomplicate things, because I was like, man, should I just have to like buy more mics? Which, yes, I'm definitely gonna have to buy more mics. Probably a wireless mic is what I'm hoping for, so I don't have to hold this, and so I don't fuck up the distance between me and the mic, because sometimes I'll get really close to the mic because I'm like, dude, it's a mic. It'll pick you up like if I'm all the way over here, or it'll pick me up all the way right here. So I think it's more of a me thing. I don't really think about distance too much. I just kind of be talking, and then when I listen back to it, I'm like, dude, you're fucking this shit up, dude. Your whole production's fucking dog shit, bro. Your whole production's fucking terrible. But I mean, if you guys see the situation that I'm rocking with right here, dude, it's super jerry-rigged. It is jerry-rigged to hell. Obviously, right in front of me, I got my mouse and keyboard. And then right here on the ground is my PC that's plugged into a wall over here. And it's stretched out as far as it possibly can, just so the camera that I'm using can connect to the computer and come all the way up here. I was going to connect the PC to an extension cord and kind of drag it out a little bit further, but then I was like, is that safe? I would assume no, just because of the amount of volts that it's like kind of running through the fucking thing. So I would assume no, it's probably not good. And then another thing I was thinking about, like the mic stand, right? So I was honestly thinking about like bringing this I can bring this fucking desk closer. You see the light right here? Yeah, that's my fucking light. Let's move. If you guys could only fucking see what's going on over here, dude, you'd be like, what the fuck kind of crazy madman is this? It's okay. You guys will see it off the corner. Anyways, I guess I could put my foot up. No, weird, creepy feet people out there. I just took a shower, so I was just kind of like, I want to make a video. I also want to test out like the living room space and just kind of recording in the living room, which is fun. But yet again, it's super thrown together. I might stream like this maybe one time. I think streaming like this would be kind of fun. I haven't streamed in such a long time. Oh man, just sitting here and just not having to stream is super fun, dude. Doing streaming is so it's not boring. I wouldn't say that. It's more of just trying to be entertaining all the time. It's different with YouTube to where it's like I can be more of myself and I kind of have fun talking about the topics that I wish to talk about instead of being like keeping up with other people's opinions, keeping up with other people's actually, can I take this off? Hold up. I can have a buddy, dude. Look at this. Yeah, to where Twitch streaming, it takes a lot out of me in the sense of like I don't want to talk about fucking shit that some people want to talk about. I mean, there's some stuff that people want to sit there and chit chat about is like fucking stupid. I mean, there's been like other times where I've had to ban people, and I think I'm a pretty easygoing person to where it's like super like religious debates, and I don't really want to get into religious debates just for the fact of I don't want to shit on somebody else's religion. I don't want somebody else to discredit another type of religion. It's religion, bro. It's always going to be a touchy subject with anybody besides like people that pick a denomination of something, which, and they're willing to talk about it. But it's like, bro, I'm just streaming talking about, man, did fucking Drake get a BBL? Or like, not really that, but you know what I mean? There's something of that nature that is like completely off topic of religion. And then they want to talk about that. And then it becomes too much. And then they becomes personal attacks from them. It's just one of those things to where it's like, it's fun to just kind of kick back, talk about the things I want to talk about. And then that be it. I have fun doing it, not gonna lie. I do have fun, streaming. I just personally don't really care to anymore. I want to, I always want to, but if you guys know what Linux is, I mean, I've switched to Linux, and so doing workarounds with Linux has kind of been my issue. I mean, I can watch stuff, read stuff, and sometimes it's like you don't really fix the issue or get to where you want. So sometimes it's just kind of like, do I really want to like sit down for another like hour just to figure out how to stream? I'm sure it's easy. I'm not saying that it's not easy. Like, I have yet to try it. I'm just saying with anything on Linux, it seems like a giant like run around, you know what I mean? I have no issue doing it. It's just more of like can I just download something, just download it? Like, can I just sudo Pac-Man that shit real quick? Like, that'd be the easiest thing for me. Can I just sudo that like real quick? That's just how the system is built. You got to kind of do all the shit yourself. I get it. I have fun doing it when I'm bored, kind of gives me something to do. But yeah, I don't know. Streaming right now has just kind of not been it for me. I just want to do my own thing, and I've been focusing on content creation in the aspect of I just like making the content that I'm making. I'm having fun trying to learn new things with editing. I'm having fun, doing my own thing. I don't really want to feel like I have to entertain people all the time. Like, I'm entertaining myself with YouTube in the sense of I like watching my videos, my girlfriend likes watching my videos, personal family members like watching my videos, to where it's like that's enough for me in the sense of, I know I keep saying that, but sorry that I keep saying in the sense of, but I mean, that's kind of, it's in the same realm of I just want to entertain myself and the people that I care about. And if other people enjoy watching it and it only pertains to the things that I'm interested in, then that's all that really matters. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to grow hundreds of thousands of subscribers in like overnight. I mean, I think that's a very unrealistic way to like look at YouTube, because I mean, you're not, bro, you know what I mean? We all want to be there. Anybody posting on YouTube, do you think they just don't want any sort of like recognition. They don't want any sort of, you know, hey, attaboy, or, you know, they want to get paid on YouTube eventually. I mean, that's with anybody with TikTok, and anybody saying that they don't want money is a fucking liar, in my opinion. I'm sure there's people doing it for like good causes. I'm sure a lot of money for their channels go towards good things, which is great. But most people, young, 20s, younger, I mean, they're all doing it for a sense of money, recognition, having a brand, having a label of some sort, or just kind of expressing their story and having a lot more people listen to it and hear them out. I think that's the real power of what YouTube is. But do you think you're gonna just blow up overnight because I posted 40 clips? You're just not, bro. You're just not. You might get the views, but are those viewers coming back? Are they subscribing to you? Are they actually enjoying or interacting with the content that you're posting? Like, you know, are those same people that are subbed to you coming back? You know, and does your views reflect that? You know, you just kind of be a little bit analytical, be a little bit more smart about the things that you want to do. Especially with YouTube, I just been trying to take it a little bit more seriously and not trying to, in the sense of I don't want to take it way too seriously to where it feels like a job of any sense, because I'm not making any money off of this. And I mean, I guess you guys could guess. Yeah, I'm not making any money off of this. And I kind of just do it, freestyle it. Which I think a lot more people need to get back to. I think a lot more people are focused down on TikTok clips, and I think I've had a conversation with one of my friends, Deaky Dave, that's been in the last 2 videos. I mean, we talked about how YouTube has changed over the years, which is a good thing. The evolution of YouTube is a good thing, but it's also a bad thing because it's been infected by TikTok a lot. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with TikTok. I'm just saying a lot of short spanned videos are more popular than people that are doing what I'm doing, people in the same space that I do, like talking, ranting, long form content. A lot of people won't sit around and listen to you yap for 30 minutes unless they actually care about what you're making. If you're not making a tutorial, if I'm not like giving you bogus, useless information in 30 to 1 minute, they just don't care. Which is fine, because for what I've told him, it was like I'm cultivating an audience that is into that kind of stuff. You know, the older generation or older individuals that want to sit down, listen to what I have to say, or share the same outlooks on certain things that I do. And so I'm trying to find community within that. So I think you also got to think about the type of community that you're trying to garner, you know, the attention that you want. I don't think you should just be doing things willy-nilly and expecting like either no consequences for actions that you may have done or will do. The internet's forever. I mean, whatever you put out on the internet will be there, and you can't escape that in any sense. So, you know, just be careful, be mindful about the content that you're posting. You know, how will this affect not only my audience, but new people that come and see it? You know, there's some people that you know, have a big audience, and you can have, I'm not saying you have to be like super serious all the time and be super heartfelt. You know, it's fun to have fun. I don't think there's any problem with that, but you also have to be mindful sometimes about, you know, the types of content that you're putting out. To, you know, I'm sure there'll be a young kid coming by, you know, watch your video and think that it's okay to act the way that you act, and it's just not okay. Do I think that you should like censor yourself? I don't believe in censorship when it comes to just speaking how you feel, because I mean, it really kind of dives more into the way that you feel about certain things. You know, gives people a deeper understanding of who you are, the type of person that you are. So there's more people that can connect with you. You know what I mean? I mean, it's almost like online friends. I mean, you could play back in the day when I was a young lad. You know, you get on the 360 and you could fucking play Halo Reach even, and you could meet some people, and you guys are like really cool because not only you guys have the same interests, you guys think about the same shit, you have the same sort of interest, and you've never seen this person face to face, you know what I mean? But you both share a similar goal or similar mindset in certain things, and so that's what connects you with people. So I think that's also the same thing with YouTube. Um, just be yourself, as long as yourself doesn't fucking suck, in the sense of, God, I'm gonna have like a in the sense counter here, because I know I'm gonna keep saying it. I need to really stay away from that word right now. If you suck, you say shit that isn't right, or you say things that people don't know that you're joking. You know what I mean? You may know that you're joking, but if you don't make it clearly, blatantly obvious that you're joking, people will take it serious. People take it to heart. You get bans on your channel. You get copyright strikes. You get, if you're very loose about the way you run your YouTube channel, it's going to fall apart, dude. I mean, I've only had this for a few months, and sorry. I'm changing the volume and shit, clicking stuff. I've had a few copyright strikes, and it's not like copyright strikes is in the way of like my videos get taken down or anything. I mean, usually the thing, what it tells me, it's like, oh, the creator allows this video up on YouTube. I also like to sometimes credit I haven't done it very often. I need to go back and like kind of do that. I've done that with more of a recent video. I think it was for the not the Gmod one, but I think the one before that. I think it was the gaming console controller tier list. I tagged Jippy because I really enjoy Jippy's music. So I tagged the creator, and I tagged the music that I used for his music, which allowed me to use the music. Now, am I saying to go and do something like that? Do I think that's safe? No. You still run the risk of getting copyright striked. I mean, they could fucking legally fucking sue you you can get your video taken down. Most cases, they're probably just going to ask you to take down the video or cut out the music in there. Or a lot of times they'll just allow it. They'll just allow it up there because it gets more exposure for that creator to make more music or videos or whatever it is. You know what I mean? So you just got to watch out. You just got to watch out what you're doing, because a lot of people either take it too personally, or they don't, like I said, they don't realize that you're joking or you're making satire content, which I know there's a lot of people that love satire. You just got to be careful, dude. Just be careful. And I'm sure you know what I mean? I don't mean to be like fucking dad you or something like that. I mean, I'm sure you fucking know. You should be smart enough. But there's a lot of people that don't fucking know. There's a lot of people that are actually stupid as fuck. Who could have guessed, But yeah, I don't know. I think you just got to be mindful. Try your best. Be yourself. Do the things that interest you. Don't follow the wave of everybody else and what everybody else is doing. Oh, fucking Kai Cenat just like ate at a Burger King and like farted on a woman. Not saying he did that, but I'm just saying, like, if he went and did that, he's already done it. Don't fucking try and follow the same code. You're never gonna be Kai Cenat, because Kai Cenat is himself. He's already has the big following. So don't try to sit there and be somebody else that you're not. You know what I mean? Because people are going to see through you. People in your town that know who you are going to call bullshit on you, and they're going to be like, bro, you never acted like that. You were a fucking nerd, loser ass kid. What are you fucking doing? Now all of a sudden you're an extrovert and you want to like act fucking crazy online. A lot of people are going to call you out. You know what I mean? And I feel personally that if there's anybody that knows who I am personally within my town, knows that I'm kind of like this. You know what I mean? In school, I kind of was extroverted, but kind of introverted at the same time, in the way of like, I would talk to a lot of people, but I would never like, never plan anything. I would never be like, hey, dude, you want to go hang out and stuff? Apparently to my girlfriend, I was popular. I don't believe in any of the fucking social hierarchies of school, because it's fucking school. You know what I mean? Everybody's a fucking bum. You know what I mean? Because nobody's making money yet, and if you are, your mom forced you into like cooking at her restaurant for her. You know what I mean? That's probably the gist of it. But, everybody has like a social status, or, I just was a pothead. I used to fucking just chase girls a lot. Um, I've played football. I played football all high school, stuff like that. And then I dropped out of school in 11th grade. So I never finished 11th or 12th, obviously. Never finished school. Duh. So I had to kind of carve out the things that I wanted to do in my life, especially after dropping out of school. I had to work early. I had to fucking pay bills. I'm thankful for my parents for like putting me through those kinds of things to kind of prepare me for the now. That was like, I never knew how to go pay a bill. What the fuck? Like, I knew bills existed. I wasn't obviously like actually dumb and didn't realize that bills exist. But, they would kind of be like, hey, this bill is a thing and you should probably help out paying with that. Or, you should probably spend your money instead of on video games, you should probably spend it on food. Sacrifice some things to eventually have those things in the future. So I definitely appreciate my parents. Both of my parents are very amazing people, and they showed me a lot of tough love. They kind of, made me believe in a lot of myself, have a lot of dignity for myself, and just kind of try to show others love and like affection, but also in a tough love way. Sometimes people need tough love. Sometimes I know when not to. I'm very compassionate, I would say, and just being able to hear people out. And sometimes you don't have to offer solutions when people need your help. You don't have to offer a solution. Sometimes all they need is to be, speak, and you listen. A lot of the times that's what people need. But I learned a lot of that growing up. So I don't know. I'm thankful for that. But back to my subject, what I was talking about. Just be yourself. If it doesn't reflect how you grew up, or it doesn't reflect the type of person that you are, you're eventually going to fall apart, because you're going to have to keep up an act for your entire YouTube career or online career, if that's what you want to do. And then you'll just be a different person, you know what I mean? And it's one thing like where people be like, oh, I made an online persona and then I have my real life, which whatever, you know what I mean? But you still have to keep up with that, especially if you go to like meet and greets, right? Say you become big enough to go and do like a meet and greet, but now you got to turn on that character, and so people expect you to act a type of way, but you're in real life now. So when people really see you and you start like shutting down and you start acting like your nervous real life self, I'm sure everybody's nervous. I'm just kind of nitpicking some things. They obviously see the difference in how you're acting with fans, or how you're interacting with other business people. You know what I mean? If you want to act like I'm business savvy, I'm a fucking Andrew Tate, bro, and people will see you in real life and you're a bum and you fucking suck, people don't fucking like you. It's because you're a facade, you're a fake. Nobody likes that. So just be yourself. Say the shit that you want to say, and if you believe that's true, then fucking say it. You know what I mean? Who's gonna fucking tell you don't believe that? Nobody in my apartment is gonna come to me and be like, hey Lemon, you're a piece of shit because you made a video talking about the way you feel about something. You know what I mean? And that's why I like to stay away from like factual stuff as in the video I did a long time ago. I deleted it. It's gone. So don't, it's not in my my channel. But I just wanted to make a video just like now, and I just wanted to make something. So I decided, hey, like, let me make a video about these two VRs, these two very old VRs, mind you. Okay. And so I wanted to just talk about my personal experience with these two VRs. I got hated on so bad because people wanted facts, people wanted, info, knowledge. What's the aperture of the screen? Why don't you have a VR3? Why don't you blah 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 blah? And so that was my only fucking mass hated video that I've made ever. But I realized with that video, it made me learn a lot, that I need to stay away from stuff that I don't know anything about. And to fake like I do know anything about it is fucking not true to myself, and I just feel like a liar. Yes, that video was just personal opinions. A lot of people didn't get that in the video. So I just deleted it because I don't want to garner that kind of audience to where people think that I'm a fucking liar, or just hate on me because I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about in that video, so I'm gonna go talk shit in all the rest of his videos, you know. And you shouldn't be afraid of that kind of stuff, but it's also, I realized personally that I was like, yeah, I really don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to specific details when it comes to technology, or the little tiny bits and bobs that go into something. I'm not fully knowledgeable, nor do I read up on a lot of stuff like that. So I like keeping stuff to the way I perceive things, to where it's a lot of like personal feeling, personal emotion with something, and I don't really have to jibber jabber about, oh well, this aspect ratio is 16:13 or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? I try to stay away from a lot of that. So I mean, if you're really tech savvy, you like to read up on things, know the ins and outs of something, that might be something for you, and you just don't listen to me. But if that's true to yourself, and you feel like you really know something about something and you want to share that with people, that's a great thing. And I enjoy a lot of videos like that, especially when it came to Linux, finding a lot of people that know exactly what the fuck is going on, know certain codes, and it just blows my mind that, I mean, Linux has been out for a long time, so I mean, a lot of people has had a long time to kind of figure out how things work. But it's just crazy to me that, a community of like people really dedicate so much time to learning the ins and outs of how code works, learning how these certain things do something. It's really cool. And I applaud those people, and I really appreciate those people online. But when it comes to like people like Jake Pauls or the Paul brothers, just the super wacky, ooh, whoa, guys, whoa, super reaction, just fake it for YouTube. I personally don't like it. I personally don't like that kind of content. I don't want to watch that kind of content. Usually it's made for younger kids, younger minded people. I personally just don't like that content. I don't really like any of the newer style content that is like Lacey, fucking Plackboy Mac, all these fucking fanboy fucking dudes ride those motherfuckers till the dirt, and they try to like emulate those guys' content because they're famous, they're rich, they're very successful in the field that they're doing. Is because they are themselves, they're unique within themselves, and you trying to emulate what somebody else is doing to the T is never gonna get you to the same point that they are. And there's so many people that would fucking die. They will never ever admit it to you that they are trying to do that. Bro, yes, you fucking are. I've seen your content, bro. It looks like the same in the sense, you know what I mean? Because they can never get the production quality that these people have. But, bro, it is night and day, and you will never, like, be exactly like these people. Why can't you just be yourself and be your own trendsetter, be your own person that people want to make content of you? You know what I mean? It'd just be crazy to, like, see people that would want to make content like how I do. Yes, it's super run-of-the-mill, basic. Anybody could do this kind of thing, and I mean, which is fine. And I would love to see somebody fucking talk about me, or make some sort of video about anything that I got going on. But I'm nowhere that big. I mean, in the beginning, I even talked about like, I'm thankful for the 4 or 5 subscribers that I got recently. Yeah, I'm thankful for like the 4 or 5 fucking people that subscribed today or yesterday. You know what I mean? Because I was stuck at 30 subs for like months. Like, my first beginning videos is what really boosted my channel, and then I hit 30, and then I got stuck at 30. I mean, I would make video after video after video, And then I would finally get a video that people would like. I would get subs on, and I've been trying to go a little bit harder on the editing and trying to make it a little bit more consistent to the way that I would enjoy watching some stuff. So, if you guys end up liking that kind of stuff, you know what I mean? I'm going to continue to kind of make similar content. So yeah, I don't know. I'm thankful for the small beginning that I'm at, because I'm not treating it like I'm fucking do or die. You know what I mean? Like, I have options in my life, If this ends up becoming really serious and taking off in a way, then I'll treat it more serious. Do I just do this because I have a passion to do it? I've always have. I mean, you could ask anybody that I personally know. Don't do that. don't go and like stalk my family and fucking find out every. Okay, sorry. My mic was not fucking working for that whole segment. I don't know how long that was not working, but hopefully we got the gist. But yeah, I mean, for my whole life, I was always messing around with technology. Always, I was mentioning before that I wish I would have kept a lot of my old videos on this YouTube channel that I have, that I was making videos when I was like 13. So, but then I ended up getting a little bit older. I think I was like 20 or something, and then I was just like, man, I want to remake a YouTube channel. Let me delete everything, and then when I want to make new videos, I can do that. So I had this YouTube channel for a long time, and then I deleted everything, and then I put the newer videos on it because it was just something I wanted to do. Because I've always loved YouTube. I've always wanted to be a YouTuber, make YouTube videos, make content, like just for the passion of making YouTube videos. It was never for like a fame or a glory type of goal ever. It's just because I like talking in front of the camera. I like setting up all the little doodads and stuff, talking into a mic, being able to throw this into an editor later and just fucking edit away for hours and toil around. That's fun to me. That's the fun that I do have with content making, and I think a lot more people need to get back to those basics instead of making treating YouTube as if it's a fucking job and like trying to like, the algorithm, oh, I gotta post these clips on TikTok to get more views. I can view bait these people with this. Oh, I can clickbait my fucking video with this image. That fucking not only irritates me watching videos that people do that, watching a YouTube video and then seeing 9, 10, 13 fucking clips on TikTok, YouTube Reels is just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's honestly fucking insane. Like, it's just because people try to treat it as if they're going to blow up tomorrow. It's just like a fucking SoundCloud back in like 2013, dude. When SoundCloud artists started getting signed and they started fucking blowing up, everybody ran to fucking SoundCloud and started being like, oh, I'm a SoundCloud artist. And then everybody got shit on for being a SoundCloud artist because why is that joke relevant? Because so many fucking people do it. And because they all think they're going to be the hottest fucking rapper. They're the dopest fucking rapper. Bro, you're not the fucking dopest rapper. You actually suck fucking ass and nobody's fucking told you because your whole team lies to you. That's the same thing with YouTube in the sense of your friends are not going to tell you your video fucking sucks because they like you and they don't want to like hurt your feelings because they know that you like making videos. But it's sometimes it's just like you don't have a real fan base. But sometimes you have good friends that'll be like, yo, dude, I feel like you could have probably done something a little bit different here. Or, I didn't really like this part of your video. Behind closed doors, they're not going to blast you on fucking online, which is cool. I've had moments like that, you know what I mean? To where it's like I've had to revise certain videos or kind of change stuff up because... Or I like hearing what people say about my YouTube videos so I can later be like, okay, this is what I'm going to change. This is, I'll take this into account and then do something different. And I don't think a lot of people do that anymore. So I'm definitely trying to make cooler content for everybody. yeah, it's fun. It's fun, and I think you guys need to stop fucking trying to hustle like this is SoundCloud and you're about to fucking get signed by a big fucking record label. And I'm gonna hang out with FaZe. I'm gonna hang out with Blackboy Mac, bro. Suck a fucking dick, bro. You guys are fucking lame as hell, and I hate you kind of people. I do. I think hate's a strong word. It's more of irritate. I get super irritated with you kind of people just because, and I'm only picking on those few names just because they're so prevalent nowadays. You see clips everywhere about them. I mean, Drewski, Plaqueboy, Lacey, fucking Jason the Ween, fucking that whole group, FaZe. I mean, so that's just me personally. Like I said, you don't have to like them. You can like them. It doesn't bother me that you do, audience. Okay, I personally just don't like them. Why? It's probably some stupid petty bullshit stuff. I think it's just because they're everywhere. They're everywhere all the time. Like it's like a McDonald's ad. I cannot escape it. I cannot escape it at all. I just see them after another clip, and then 39 trillion other fan pages are trying to blow up on YouTube and TikTok by posting fucking Lacey clips, Blackboy Mac clips, Kai Cenat clips, fucking Duke Dennis clips, Jack Doherty clips. You know, it becomes a lot, bro. It just, everybody's posting the same fucking shit because they're all trying to blow up at the same fucking way. It's mind-blowing. It's mind-fucking boggling sometimes to where it's like, you can't catch a break or you can't come into your own lane because everybody's trying to blow up doing the same thing. TikTok is oversaturated. Twitch is oversaturated. YouTube is oversaturated, but there's not a lot. It's oversaturated with crap from TikTok. I think there's a lot of great creators on this thing. There's a lot of great creators that have been here for a long time and that are very hidden, very niche down, which is a good thing. And I think they're here to stay for a long time, but I think they will outlast a lot of the people that are making these quick videos. You know what I mean? They might be here for the years while Lacey and Blackboy Mac are really big because people want to watch those clips. But when they die off and they're no longer cool, some other guy comes into the fray and he's big in the creator space. You know, it'll only be about him now or her. Not trying to say women can too, but it'll only be about them. And those people will be marked out again. So, it doesn't matter. Like, you have to be your own person, create your own types of content, be unique within yourself. I mean, there's fucking people that are super niche down that make hundreds of thousands of dollars doing something. Like, I'm sure there's a guy on YouTube that just only reviews fucking tools. There's a guy out here on YouTube that just reviews handheld tools or machinery, and he makes hundreds of thousands, not even hundreds, a few $1,000s off of talking about what he likes to talk about. Does it entertain you or me? No, because I don't really have a big passion for hand tools or power tools and stuff like that. But there's people out there that really do. There's people out here that talk only about hunting. That's the only thing they talk about. Great views, lots of money. There's people that talk about only guns. That's a big thing. They only talk about that and they get hundreds of thousands of dollars. There's women on here that only talk about promoting their OF. They get hundreds of thousands of dollars. There's people on here that, you get my point. There's people on here doing all kinds of anything, but they're doing it for themselves. They're talking about stuff that they really enjoy doing, and they will always be there. There will always be somebody looking up, hey, how does this DeWalt fucking drill work? There will always be somebody looking for something like that. And that'll last forever, like a lasting search. That'll always be around. Do you think everybody anywhere, 20 years, not even 20 years, let's say 10 years, do you think somebody's going to be looking up, Lacey clips, Blackboy Mac clips? No, they're not. Okay. And if you think they are, I mean, you're living in some sort of bubble that I don't understand. And that's fine. Again, I will reiterate this because I know I'm already going to hear it. I'm only bringing up those names because they're so relevant right now. If it was fucking Ronald McDonald, I would be saying his fucking name, okay? But it's not. It's fucking Lacey. It's all the people that I mentioned before. So, bite me, okay? It's just one of those things. Yeah, like, so just stay true to yourself, but also try to find stuff that people will be looking up in the future, or try to be relevant with the times, as in make your own type of content. I mean, people, you have to realize that people like stuff niched. Like, there's a guy on here that just opens Amazon products. That's all he fucking does. And they're dog shit products. And that's the funny part. But that's his content. And people watch and subscribe and buy his shit because that's all he does. That's all he fucking ever does. He buys 10, 30 fucking massagers from Alibaba or AliExpress or whatever the fuck. And he just buys them, or TikTok shop, and has fucking 10 neck massagers, and that's a video, and people fucking love it because they're fucking neck massagers. Like, that is not transformative content, but it's what people like. I mean, there's people that my girlfriend watches, they're just a couple, and they just go out to eat. That's it. They just go out to eat, they fucking eat, talk about what they ate. People fucking love it, and they have millions of subs. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. So just think of a niche, or just think about something you're really into. If you're into bikes, bro. If you're into bikes, to make videos about bikes. You really like bikes. Man, hell, dude, I really love a fucking mean-ass bike, bro. This fucking bike goes crazy. Like, there will be people out there that are looking for the type of bike that you're looking at, or the thing that you're interested in. People love that shit, you know? So just talk about that. Just be yourself. If you're a fucking nerd and you're into like amiibos and like Disney hats or Disney products, you know, if that's what you're into, then talk about that. People love it. There's tons of millions of people out here that love things that you love. So just talk about it. That's what I'm saying. Just don't be afraid about what your friends are. Oh, you're not fucking cool because you're not posting fucking clips about somebody else today. They're a bunch of fucking losers, bro. They will never get anywhere. They'll smoke weed and get drunk every day of their fucking life, and they will be fucking losers chasing a bag that they'll never make, bro. You know, just stay in your own lane. Do your own thing. Be happy doing what you like doing. Now, if you like posting clips about those people and it's doing okay for yourself, then that's fine. But that fucking cow will get dried out some point, dude. So just keep doing what you're doing. Be happy with what you're doing. Don't fucking listen to anybody else. I mean, if any of the criticism or anything that I've said you don't agree with, I totally get that. And that's fine. And I'm not trying to change your mind at all. I'm just telling you, sometimes there's people like me, which I am not only a creator, but I'm also a viewer. You know, and when I'm watching YouTube, like a lot of the other creators, they're on YouTube too, just watching whoever. They have their little favorite creators that they like watching, you know? So, you know, and they have things that they don't like about certain YouTubers, or they, you know, obviously a lot of them are like contract, you know, they don't want to like cause issues. They, you know, then they also get into like legal battles and whatnot, whatever, which I understand. But a lot of times they don't like certain things about YouTube. You know, certain creators pushing out this, or people making newer types of content that doesn't fucking make sense, dude. You know, a lot of stuff is not like this anymore, to where you just sit down and just rant about whatever it is that you did. I mean, fuck, dude. I mean, even Trisha Paytas, back like when she was like going crazy. She's still going crazy because of like her child, and like I only know all this because of my girlfriend. I really know who Trisha Paytas was when I was younger? Not really. But watching older videos of hers with my girlfriend, you know, seeing her just sit down on the table and eat fucking fried chicken, right? And that's like not relevant, but you know, she's just eating, right? And she's just talking about something that she's gone through, or you know, she's just talking. That's pretty much the pure essence of what she's doing. She's just talking about something. and she's just usually personal experience, a weird event that's happened. She has a very active mind to where she can kind of just think of shit on the fly, unlike me, to where it's like I have to kind of piece it as I go. But yeah, I think that's the best way to do it. Like sometimes you just got to turn on the camera, do something else maybe, and then you'll start thinking of stuff to talk about, like I've done today. I've probably gone through like 4 different things, maybe 1 or 2. I don't fucking know. I haven't looked back at the fucking footage. Just takes you, dude. You don't need 9 people in your apartment or your home to like make content. You don't need something insane happen to you. You don't need an IRL stream to like get you clips and views. You don't need to be crazy. You don't need to destroy people's property. You don't need to spray paint your grandma's wall to get views. You don't need to do that. It just talk about something you've gone through. I mean, if you've never gone through anything, then you're probably not living enough, or you've never had a bad experience, which is just probably not right. But yeah, I think it takes you, and you have to actually just dig a little bit deeper in yourself, dude. Figure out who you are. Figure out where your morals lie. Figure out that if you're happy doing the content that you're doing and you like being a fucking asshole to people and being a menace to society, and that's what you love doing, then fuck, have at her, dude. But most of the time, most people that are making YouTube videos, dude, just niche down, do what you're doing, have fun doing what you're doing. Don't make it such a fucking pain in the ass, because like I said, it's not your job. You're not getting paid for this. You're not under some sort of guideline. You're not under a contract of any sort. So just do it the way that you want to do it. If anybody tells you, hey man, I could be your editor, no, because most people are not at that point. I'm not at that point. I don't have 9-10 videos that I need to edit in a week. I got 1, 2 that honestly, you guys are lucky. This week I just fucking been blowing it out of the water. Just the last 3 days I've just been making video after video after video, because usually I'm lacking, and usually I'll wait 2-3 weeks and make a fucking video, and it's mid as fuck, and all the retention for all my other videos are just gone. So I've been trying to like make more content for you guys, but also because like I said, I really enjoy making videos. But yeah, I enjoy doing it, and you guys have to enjoy doing it too. You got to know how to be your own camera guy. You got to know how to set up your mic properly. You got to get a little lighting going. You got to set up your system. You guys all know how to use OBS. I'm not saying you guys are dumb as a box of rocks, but taking it into account, like production in some sense. I don't have the big bougie camera. I don't got the big bougie mic. I don't got the fucking all this crazy stuff, but I have to start somewhere. Have to teach myself what works and what doesn't work. Moving areas like this is definitely a big change for me and for you guys. I mean, you guys don't know what the fuck my living room looks like. This is my living room. I mean, obviously you can't see the whole scope of what my living room looks like, but it's a totally different view. Instead of me at my desk, every video, me at my desk. I think the one camera video that I had, it was me walking around, but you get the point. It's just, I wanted to see if this works, in any way. Does this work? For me, so far, it's kind of been working. Honestly, it helps my back a lot, because sitting in that fucking chair making a video for 30, 40 minutes sucks. It fucking sucks. But yeah, no, I enjoy doing what I'm doing. I think you guys have to have a lot more passion. And when I'm talking to you, I'm not saying especially you, the viewer, but if you, the viewer, are a content creator or want to make stuff, and you think, hey, I'm not out doing any of these other people that are doing what I want to do. I want to make videos. And these other people are getting big views, and they're making crazy content. They're opening 10 billion things. They're spending $100,000. Start somewhere, dude. That's what I'm saying. Start somewhere. If you want to be like, you want to open cards on camera, buy like a fucking 3 or 4 packs. Keep them stacked away, and then keep buying them like every time you get paid or something. Now, obviously, don't spend your whole paycheck. Don't be ignorant, but You know what I mean? Just kind of stockpile it. And then, maybe one week you plan to be like, okay, Friday, dude, I'm going to fucking open up all these packages on camera and that'll be my thing, dude. And then people will love that. That's what I'm saying. Not only is it niche down, you saved and invested in something that you like and you do, and people will watch it, bro. Will it blow up like immediately? Probably not. Some people get hit with the lucky stick and they get like hundreds of thousands of views off of some like weird, wacky video. But, that's just how the internet works. Sometimes you get hit with the lucky stick and some people don't. You kind of get lost. But you got to be consistent. Dude. Like, you can't make one video that's like 5-10 minutes long. Audio's terrible, camera and the lighting is terrible. Not saying that this is like production cinema magic here, but I'm saying it's a lot better than most of your guys' fucking shit when it comes to like, oh, I'm recording on my Samsung. Not that there's anything wrong with Samsung. I'm moving it around. You hear a lot of that. You don't want that. And the lights are all off, so you can barely see what's happening, and you're just whispering like this because you don't want your mom to hear what you're saying. Just don't make a video then, bro. Just don't make a video because nobody's gonna watch it, and when they do watch it, they're gonna be like, what the fuck is this? And there will be some pity subs in the way of just like people just want to see some more wacky dumb shit. But then that's when you get caught in the trap of, oh, okay, well, I need to just entertain. I just need to make, run myself into a brick wall here. And that's dumb. Because you'll never be able to hit a peak. There will only be a peak for that kind of content, and it'll never blow up. You'll be a fucking week to a month sensation, and then that'll be it. Like, you'll never be, like, engraved in time and history and be like, oh, that was fucking epic. You just have to try a little bit more, invest in it. Like I'm doing, like, I don't treat it like a job, but I definitely want to make better stuff. Not only for me, because when I edit and there's some things that bother me, like personally, and it's not because, oh, I want to get a better camera because I think that's what YouTubers use. No, I just want to do it because for me. Because when I look back at my videos and I'm using this Logitech C920 that was popular back in like, who knows, that was like the standard at the time. Versus now, it's like, dude, you have 4K, you got like 1440p, you got some high-end like visuals nowadays. So it's more watchable. A lot more people are willing to watch and kind of stick around because they don't have to deal with like the grain and the overall look of how your video looks. So I get it. I totally get it. But yeah, I don't know. Podcast definitely going to happen here soon. Since I figured it out. Like, I definitely need to kind of fix the camera angle here. And kind of figure out like a cable situation. But I think this will work. Honestly, this will fucking work. Like, it's really not that bad, especially if I can figure out if an extension cord works to connect a PC into, and that's safe. I might fucking do that, and it'll work. So, Dad, when you're watching this, which I know you are, or you're listening at least. My dad likes to just listen. If you're watching this, I've got it figured out now, okay? I got it figured out. I think the only problem I'm having right now is mic situation. Because I think this camera will be fine. Like I said, I need to start somewhere. I need to start with an episode. I just need to talk. I think talking is just more of what I need to do. Yeah. I mean, even if we have one mic, dude. Even if we have one mic, this mic, and we just both fucking talk. Because this thing picks up a lot of, like, background noise. I mean, watch. Hold on. I'll be quiet for a second. Like, I'm sure you guys hear the fucking TV back there. Which I'm sure. Because I see the mic pinging around when every time something's going on. So, I apologize for that. But, my dad's house is not very loud. But it's just one of those things to where I definitely want to work on something like that. But hey, podcast coming up soon. It'll be with me and my dad. We're going to be talking a little bit about growing up in California, how it was in like the 80s during that time, maybe some personal stories that he's willing to share. We might go through today's topics and stuff. I have a better plan when we get this going. I'll have a little bit more questions written down and stuff, or just not questions, but just more of a topic base, because like I said, I don't want to have it be 9 hours long and then that be like the whole thing. But yeah, I'm thinking that I'm just gonna post it on my Lemonheads channel. I'll just make a playlist section for it, and I'll just improve as it goes along, so I don't really have to worry too much about production, or just like a separate channel, because I would hate to lose like the email for like my podcast channel or accidentally upload it to this channel as is. So it'll just go up on this channel. So if you guys are willing to go see that, talk a little bit about life experiences. My dad's just a street guy. He's just a big street guy. Grew up in a different time. He's a tough exterior guy, but he's very nice, very soft, a changed guy, covered in tattoos. So, I mean, if you guys are into watching something like that, just let me know. I'll be happy to do a video like that. Love you, Dad, if you're watching. Yeah, but I think that'll be it for today. I've had fun just yapping, talking as usual. From time to time, I do these videos to where I'll just sit here and yap for all the newer people here. If you haven't seen my other videos, sometimes I'll do like a little update, talk about what I'm going through, maybe some stuff that's pissing me off. I'll just yap. If you guys are into just yapping at certain times, a lot of times I make like gaming videos, technology videos, whatever it is. I usually, it's not only this. A lot of the times I'm angry at something and I'll rant about that, and I'll edit it up. Gaming videos, obviously you guys seen those, but yeah, mostly sometimes every between, or I'll break it up to be just talking with you guys, because I like getting this aspect of my channel out there, just talking to you guys, telling you the updates, the plans and stuff, because I've done like 2 or 3 of these before, and a lot of times a lot of plans just don't fall through. A lot of times things just don't happen the way I see them happening, and that's fine. I mean, I have time, so I'm definitely trying to make these things happen when I mention them. I'm never not thinking about them, and I'm never actively trying not to do them. Sometimes it's just circumstantial, and a lot of times things just don't line up. So I'm definitely going to change up the background, fix the camera angle a little bit more so it's not so like lopsided. Lopsided is in like you see more of this corner than you do this corner. There's nothing going on over here really. This pole right here is a lamp. So we got a light over here, light down here, light over there. So we at least get the 4 corners of death here, okay? All different light colors, so that's fucking dope. But I'm planning to do more of a podcast in the day, so like the day will help a lot with production value, especially with the cameras, with light, like natural light. I mean, you're lit everywhere, and I think that helps out a lot. So look forward to doing stuff like that. Thank you all for watching. More videos to come, so stay tuned. If you guys are new here, subscribe. We're trying to at least hit 100 by the actually, yeah, I would say so. I'm trying to at least hit 100 subscribers by the end of this year, and I think that's a great achievement. Honestly, a lot of people would be like, that's not shit. It's not shit, but it's something to me, and I think that's more of achievable this year. So if I can at least get 100 subs this year, I think I'll be happy, bro. Because I at least have 100 people to like make videos for. And all you 100 fucking people out there are fucking dope as hell. Share it with your friends. Share it with the people you care about. I appreciate you guys. Stay tuned. like I said 10 million times. But yeah, thank you. See you guys later. Peace.